Let's start with a question. How's life? Bit of a difficult question to answer nowadays. Most people take fine, doing well, great. But a better answer is needed. How's life? Well, it's kind of like a roller coaster. There are ups and downs, lefts and rights, and a few loop-de-loops here and there. But just like a roller coaster, at the end, you come in for your smooth landing, you go to bed, when you wake up the next day, the coaster starts again. This year has been interesting. Safe to say it's one of a kind. We've been told that years down the line, we'll look back and chuckle at this whole endeavor. But that's then. And I want to talk about right now. This chapter of our lives is ending. Our high school lives are over. We're being sent out into the world, considered adults, but we're more like B-adults and C-adults rather than A-adults. Nevertheless, we march on towards the next chapter. High school isn't the end of the book. Does everyone here have a favorite book? You know, in those stories, they have those quotes. Those moments that people remember and will say it again and again because of what they mean. You're a wizard, Harry. Luke, I am your father. To be or not to be? That is the question. It's the same thing in speeches. Ambition must be made to counteract ambition. Taxation without representation is tyranny. But why do we quote in things like speeches? People will say, because their words have the speaker's point. But why? It is true that that does bring a good point. Although, looking into it, it says something else. It says that the speaker doesn't believe in their words. It says the speaker doesn't believe in the power of their own words. Though that is far from the truth. Everybody's words matter. We each contain this power within us. Unfortunately, people don't believe in that power. It is true that Martin Luther King, Einstein, and Abraham Lincoln did say great things, and we quote them to this day. But we also need to remember that they believed in what they were saying. There was no Abraham Lincoln before Abraham Lincoln. He had to believe what he was saying, and he had to believe in himself. He was taking a risk, and because he did those things, he was able to change the world. Say one of us wants to become an engineer and help build the rockets, go to Mars. Or wants to be the next Stephen King and write a fantastic novel. Or be an architect and build monuments to be remembered for centuries. If you do not believe, you can pick up that wrench and start turning the bolts. Or that typewriter and start writing down words. Or that pencil and start drawing down designs. Then you cannot change the world. They say the first step to solving any problem is acknowledging the problem itself. We need to acknowledge the power of our words and our actions, and that starts now. I don't know what will happen next. I can't confirm if the road we travel is a safe one, because from here on out, we're on our own. Sure, we can always call or visit our families, but this is our journey to take. We make the decisions. We make the mistakes. We prove we are the best of ourselves. We make sure we enjoy our lives. We are the class of 2020. We have passed the challenge of this year. Through trials and tribulations, we march forward. After today, we go our separate ways, and we may never see each other again, but it is up to us to decide what happens next. Now, I have one last thing to say. So listen up, don't go falling asleep with me just yet. Don't be just yourself, but also don't be someone else. Be an experience. Now go have fun!
I love graduation.